Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Woman to Woman show on the New You Nation Network. We are so excited to be back, to be here. This is the Woman to Woman show. I was saying, I think it's our second season, right, ladies?
Yes, it is.
I think so.
I wasn't sure. I started to say
Actually,
third. I started to say third, but I was like, no, I think it's the second season.
biggest,
Right. So we are back. This is the Woman to Woman show on the New You Nation Network. And we are going to start how we always start because we are excited about tonight, our vision board party. And so normally we come on and we share who we are and what we're grateful for. So I will start. My name is Theodora Carter. I'm a certified life and career coach. And I am excited to be here and grateful for another day, another week, another year. So, welcome to 2024 and happy new year from the ladies of the New You Nation Network on the Woman to Woman show. And who's next?
I'll go.
Mm.
Good evening, everyone. Happy 2024. Welcome to the Woman to Woman Talk Show on the New You Nation YouTube channel. And I am an insurance claims professional, and I also have a few little businesses on the side. I am a Color Street nail polish strip stylist, and I am also a notary public. So I am grateful to see our next generation thriving. My niece graduated today with her bachelor's degree in English. She's starting grad school on Monday, and she was able to accomplish this as a young mother.
Hey.
An excellent job with my grandniece. So I couldn't be more prouder of her, and I'm excited to see what her future holds. She's a very, very talented young lady.
Congratulations to her. Who's next? Gina, Regina?
Okay, I'll go. Hi, y'all. I am Regina Howard Norman, and some of y'all know me as Chef Regina of Regina's Baking Academy. A lot of y'all know me as, Regina. I am the owner of Origin Unlimited, which gives me the opportunity to impact the lives of children and families. I am really grateful for having a different perspective and actually looking back on the last 12 months and realizing that I've grown and looking forward to the continuing growth that I have to do. And I hope it's to the last breath I take, I'll still be learning and growing. So, hi.
Nice.
Good evening. I'm Regina Booker, the owner of Season and Fabulous, and it is a LLC. Thank you, Jesus. So I did that within 2023, right? And coming up on the last ending, that was something I wanted to do. I always had the business, but I didn't, I wanted to get my LLC. So I did that in the last stretch, the fourth quarter. It's never too late.
Congratulations.
So I
Congratulations.
that, and I'm so excited about that and planning for my first retreat in the spring of 2024. And I am grateful for the wonderful message that I got yesterday, which is probably going to be my tagline. Um, Not per se for my business, but for my life going forward. The next 24.
Ooh. All right.
4 hours. Don't worry about the next year, but what can you do in the next 24?
I mean,
Okay.
and so I love that. And before we
Mhm.
get started in with the vision board party and just talking about vision boards and what it is. One, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is a show that is really designed to talk to women and who are Gen and men, but the Gen X, right? The 50 and over, or whatever that category is. I think it starts around 40 something, but for Gen X, but it's women, real women, not to say that other women are not real, but just everyday women living life, sharing our ups, our downs, our good and our bad, and encouraging one another. But the one thing that I also want you guys to hear from what Regina said is it's never too late, right? Like LLC, right? First retreat, right? And the most important thing, to reach those goals. I think I posted this on my Instagram the other day. Is right. It's not about what's happening next week. It's not about what's happening next month. Is what's about happening in the moment and the next 24 hours, right? So day by day, intention. But we are here to let you know that it is never too late to do what you want to do. And we're going to show you how to do that with this vision board party. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And so what's a vision board? Who wants to give the definition of what our definition of a vision board is? Because we definitely did not look in a dictionary for it.
Well, I did pull up a Google.
Okay.
So, and this is basically to get to what does a vision board do? And in a nutshell, a vision board helps you to visualize your success. And it's not just about the success for careers. It's about your success for your family, your spiritual journey, your health journey, and also your finances and lifestyles and hobbies and anything else that you can think of that you want to see manifested. So you're going to put it in a vision, a board where you can see it, where you can visualize it on a regular basis and refer back to it. And then you can take accountability for where you are at for each of those aspects in your life that you want to see manifestations in.
Great. And so Sheila has a vision board kit. So we're going to let Sheila kind of drive everything. But before we get started, because my vision board kit didn't come on time, right? And the only magazine I have is an HR magazine. So, but what I do want to do, I'm going to take this virtual background off for a second, because I do want to show y'all a vision board that I did a few years ago, just so people can get an idea of what it might end up looking like, right? So, so excuse my messiness behind me, but this is a vision board that I did years ago, right? This is just me living life, right? Happy, right? That's what I'm visualizing. I still believe in love. That's my girl Mary J. Blige got a new song out.
Oh, I love that song.
Right? So God, right? Center, work, we pray. I'm always working on my abs, trying to get my abs back. But you see up here, this is a little suitcase luggage thing, right? So travel. So this is what your vision board might end up looking like after you're done, right? And so this was, I think, maybe 5 years ago. I can't even remember when I did it. And then one year I actually started a vision board book, where I was doing it in a book. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna do I'm gonna look for some pictures in this little HR magazine. But when my vision board kit comes, I really will work on it. But Sheila, show us what your kit looks like.
Okay. So, and I'm glad that you showed that example, because now this is the book that I have, right? Are you able to really see it? Because I can't tell with the
not too much.
Yeah, so let me just take my background off. Hold on a second because I can't even see it. So, the beauty of a vision board is that it doesn't require a lot. Like, you don't have to have a big old piece of paper where, you have 10,000 things that are on there. What you basically want to be able to do is pick out those items, those categories in your life that you want to see you achieve your goals in, right? So, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. You don't want to feel guilty that you haven't accomplished everything that's on the vision board. Because let's face it, sometimes it's not going to be possible.
Mhm.
Because the other part to doing a vision board is that you have to have a plan, right? So you just can't turn around and say, I'm going to do A, B, C, D, E, and F, and I'm just going to wake up one day and it's going to happen. No, you have to put things in motion, just like you would your regular life. So because again, unfortunately, we don't have too many magazines around anymore, and they still sell them, but I don't go out and get them. So I decided I was going to go onto Amazon and buy this vision board kit. And this is a particular one. It's called Vision Board Clip Art Book and Workbook for Black Women. Now, there are tons of them that are on there. There are ones for little girls. So if you have a daughter or a niece or a godchild, young girl that you want to pour into, right? You can get the ones for girls. There are even ones for men. So you just have to choose what you think is right for you. And this is the one that I picked. And so you can see on the front what it says, but I also like what it says on the back. Black queens, get ready to flourish your full potential and manifest your dream life, right?
Mhm.
So great way to mentally think about your vision, because again, while we're visualizing it, it's also mental, and it can be emotional too, because some of the things that you're going to be putting on your board have to be part of you, your authentic self, right? And where you want to be, how you want to feel about yourself and the things that you do.
Mhm.
So this particular book, it just has a lot of things that you can clip out of, all different categories. It has mantras that you can actually out as well. So a vision board is just not pictures, it's also words, right? Your vision board just may be words. And again, this one also helps you with planning and stuff. So if you wanted to write, like there's some blank paper there, so if you actually wanted to write something on there, you could.
So have you done vision? Have any of you done vision boards before?
Mhm.
Yes, I've done vision boards. I've actually taught vision boards to preteens, elementary, and parents.
Nice.
And it's always different. Like Sheila was saying, you definitely want to have a plan. It's your plan. It has to be not what someone else thinks, not their perspective of what they think you should do. It has to come from you. So whether you're 12 or 28 or 53, it has to come from you, because you're the one who's going to actualize it and live it out. So it has to be something that you're willing to work towards. Um, I use SMART goals as part of the vision board because, like Sheila was saying, it has to be, you have to have actionable goals. You have to have measured outcomes. You also want to have you want to consider all the things that a SMART goal does. And if you look at your vision board as if you're managing your life, because it is, right? You're speaking into your life what you want. So I like to say is we kind of know what we don't want. So the vision board gives us a chance to speak in the things that we do want. and then to give us a space to map it out and to claim it. And it's not a name it and claim it. It's like, okay, this is what I want. What am I going to do to get there? Like, what steps am I going to take?
I mean, but
So I
that's
like the fact that
I was gonna say
I was
that's
just going to,
important. Say that again.
yeah. It's not a name it and claim it. You actually have to measure out your steps on how you're going to get there, which is why I like the one that Sheila has, because it actually has a place where you can write things down. So I think that's pretty cool.
And I mean, and I think that's what's important, right? That people, it's not just putting pictures and words on a like this one. I will honestly tell you, it lives on my refrigerator, right?
Okay.
And it's definitely time for me to redo it because it changes, right, with your seasons, right? It changes, right? So I wouldn't say that I'm not one that does them every year. Like I know people who do them every year. I don't necessarily do them every year. This one is, I can't even remember the last time I did it, but the reality is, honestly, I didn't do it and then fold it up and put it away. Like to the point that Regina made, I put it somewhere that I could see it because it reminded me of what the goals were, what my dreams were. And one of the things I put here was dream, right? Because that is one of the things we all forget to do. We forget to dream.
Yeah.
Right. And so one of the things for 2024 for me, so this will definitely go on my next one, is dream, because I'm dreaming even bigger. Right. And believing even bigger. So for those of you who have just joined, this is the Woman to Woman show on the New You Nation Network. And we're having a party. We don't really have a topic. There's no structure. Well, there's never any structure. I hate not to say that we're disorganized, but we just let it flow. We just have real conversation. We have a good time. But tonight, we are bringing in the new year with a vision board party. And so we're going to share, like, the process, and Sheila may share her vision board when she's done.
Yes.
What she put on it. And Regina, what you got going on over there?
Well, I had a couple of vision boards that I've done over the years. They can be as grand or as specific as you choose. So one of the vision boards that I had was actually my I called it my prayer victory wall. So what I did is let me see if I can turn it around. I'm gonna show y'all. So this was the vision board.
Big one.
Okay,
Wait a minute. You gotta. It's a stand up vision board.
Yeah, it is a stand up. So right, so it's a stand up one, right? And I wrote my prayers down.
Oh, wait a minute. It opens.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got that.
Oh, all right. Look at that.
So I wrote down my different prayers to God, and what specifically was on my heart was a specific thing. So, like Sheila said, you can have 4, 5, 6, maybe only 2 or 3 things. But what I did is each letter was something that I was praying for specifically, and I put them in my vision board. So I have about 6 things that I was really on my heart, and each of those things was like a letter to the Lord, and about what I was visioning for and what I was praying for. This is the largest one, of course it would be. I have a few other ones, but I figure I come out with the banger, being that it's about praying and then writing it down, and I had to open it up every day. That's the only thing about this size. Because I literally opened it up every day, and I read. Sometimes I read all of the letters I wrote. Sometimes I focused on it, depending on where I was at. So which thing I was really, going to the Father for, and then asking for, okay, now how do I walk this out? Like, how do I, do the things that I put up, or is this something that is part of your will for me in the letters that I wrote? So yeah.
But what do they say? Write the vision
and make it plain.
right?
Right. Yep.
I
Yeah.
love that. All right, Regina, you're up. What's going on over there with you and your vision board?
Well, I gotta write a new vision board, but this is one from I don't know a couple of years ago. This is one that I had like a couple of years ago. It's just
Oh, you got a open
Oh,
one.
nice.
yeah,
Okay.
it says Regina Love, grateful. Had my
And
name,
what's that say? Mind, body, what?
mind, body, and soul.
Nice.
So I think this is the year I was kind of like finding myself again and
Mm.
focusing on my mind, body, and my soul.
Beautiful.
And this was a couple of years ago.
So I guess one of the things that I got to remember to do this time is to put the year on it,
Yeah.
right? Because then we
Yes.
can look back and
Mhm. Yeah, because I
say,
didn't put the year. Did I put the year? No. Because these pictures really spoke to me. Like I was the pictures when I was getting it was just some pictures that just kind of spoke to me.
Mhm.
And they just didn't. They were just powerful pictures. And I remember doing this, and I was kind of in a place of trying to pull myself together. And that's what it was with this particular one. But also in my room, I have a whiteboard, so I write words or something. Like I'm going to write that 24 because that message yesterday was just so really like I'm saying. I'm just going to say that. You know, what are you going to do in the 24? Was just the
24
way
hours that you
broke
had.
it down. It was just
Wow.
like,
Wow.
oh my God, he came out with flaming fire, you know. So,
Furtick? Furtick?
yes. So I put that on my board. And if I have a week or things, I have things on the wifey board that I put and I can look at. And so that's another thing I do throughout the year.
So,
If I'm focusing on something, I'll
so
write it
talk to
down.
us about because you said you did that board when you were trying to pull yourself together.
Mhm.
When you think back to when you did that board, how much of you having that board and having it someplace that you could see, how much of that helped you manifest where you're at now? Because you're in a different space,
Very different space.
right?
That's when I began to do the work.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. I think we became together. Our group became together. I got therapy. I started doing things with my diet. And I don't want to say diet, my healthy living.
Yeah, you change your lifestyle. Yeah,
Changing my lifestyle. I got more serious with my business. I networked more, went to more venues, you know, through the process, let people go, start doing the work. So I could see the growth from when I did this board to now. Totally different.
I mean, but I think that's important, right? And so for those of you who may just be joining us, for those of you who will watch this on a replay, this is the Woman to Woman show on the New You Nation Network. We are Gen X women just sharing our experiences. And while we are having a great time, Sheila is working on her vision board. The rest of us are not, but we will. The one thing that I want people to hear from all of us is life is a journey, right? And you're gonna have some ups and you're gonna have some downs, and there are gonna be things that you have to navigate. And you know, being a coach, I talk a lot about goals, right? And intention. And it's great to talk about it, but what are you going to do, right, to make sure that it manifests? And so for some of us, we could write our goals down and we could keep them in a book, and we'll accomplish them. But for others, these vision boards are helpful because, like I said, I kept mine on my refrigerator, right? And so I have a little bit of both, right? I like to write my goals down, and I like to have them in a book where I can open them. But if you're a person that is not into writing down your goals, this is a great way to kind of say, this is what I want to happen, and pick the time frame. Maybe you're doing your vision board this year, 2024, and you're just thinking about what you want to happen. And then maybe you want to do a vision board every 6 months, right? Maybe you want to do a vision board every year. Maybe you want to do one every 3 years. The point is, find the thing that is going to motivate you and help you create a sustainable plan to live the life that you want to live.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So as I am getting my vision board together, just to give you an idea, right, of how to start. So this one actually gives you categories, right?
That's nice.
So my vision board planner for 2024 is, and these are the categories. Again, don't try to do all of them at one time. I know that right now what's important to me is my health, my spirituality. I'm not going to say wealth, but financial planning, right? Of course, I do want to have wealth, but I also want to be able to manage my debt and still want to enjoy my life, as well as being able to give back, right? So those are the three things that I'm going to focus on, right? Those are going to be my intentional acts for this year. But then there are smatterings of a lot of things, right? So, I can't forget about my relationship with my husband. That's got to be up top there. That it's God and then my husband, right? Amen. And I can't forget my relationship with my child, or all the children that I am some kind of a parental figure to, right? So I'm going to throw those smatterings in there too. But my focus is going to be on my health and my finances and my relationship with God, because without those, and of course the relationship with God is first and foremost, without those, I can't be to anyone what I should be if I'm not those things to myself. It's got to start with me.
Right.
So I'm just sitting here so happy because, and Trey would be too, right? Because I would tell you the one thing that coaches love to hear is, right, we don't want you to overwhelm yourself. We don't want you to be like, oh, I'm going to accomplish all 6 or 7 of these things. We want you to look at the areas of your life and then prioritize them, and little by little make headway, right, in those areas. And I would say, I think ours are always going to be similar, right? God is always going to be first and foremost, right? In our vision for our lives. But like you also, that financial piece, right? That, managing your finances, right? Being a lender, not a borrower. And how do you do that, right? And also enjoy life, right? And then health, right, is going to be important. And so I think we probably align in the same kind of area. Gina, what would you say your priorities are?
Health is big, but the biggest one is trusting God and moving and being obedient when He gives me what to do, even if it feels uncomfortable. And I've had a couple of those experiences where I've dragged my feet on a thing because I'm nervous about what the outcome is, and it keeps coming back to me in my spirit. It's not about what you think the outcome is. It's about you being obedient to what I'm giving you to do. So one of my things for my vision board is to really work consistently to be obedient to the Holy Spirit
Mhm.
and to follow through and trust Him, because I've been leaning on me,
Mhm.
and leaning on Regina is not a good move when the Lord has all the answers and I have maybe a thimble full. And so I've found myself in a position where I'm frustrated. And when I sit down after getting over being frustrated, I said, well, what's the common denominator? You were given something to do. You either were nervous or dragged your feet on it and you didn't finish it. So one of my main goals for my vision board this year is this season, like what Regina said, what am in the 24 hours that I have every day, to focus on being obedient to what the Father gives me to do.
Mhm.
Um, and then my health comes next, because we're seasoned and fabulous now, right? Like Regina said, okay. But that also means, with seasoning, we get a little tender here and there. We got to take care of the tender places. We have to pay attention to our body so that we can be in optimal health, because it doesn't equate because we get older. That means things decrease in our health and our strength. It means that we have to pay attention. So I've been really more mindful of paying attention to taking care of myself. And that's one of my big goals, so I can have the energy and the presence to be able to do the other things that I want to do. But if my relationship with my Father's off, my Heavenly Father's off, and my health is out of whack, I can't be good to my husband, to my children, to my to my granddaughter, to my mom, to I'm not good to anybody if I'm not taking care of my health.
Mhm.
That's
So
right.
that's one of my big goals. Be obedient. That's the top. Be obedient, because I want to listen, but I be acting like the good that I would do, but it don't always happen like that. So I'm learning how to be um obedient, and that's one to the Lord, not to everybody. You
Yeah.
can't. Don't get it twisted, world. I ain't saying be obedient to y'all. Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay,
I'm
Pooh.
being
Say
okay. Little Pookie, I get Little Pookie in. Little Pookie in.
it.
But no, like, it is okay that I want to do that. I need to do that for me. I show up better when I know that I've sat down and prayed, when I know that I've gotten how I'm supposed to carry myself, when I remember the word that He's put in my spirit and I act according to that and not according to the attitude that I may have had
Mm.
if I wasn't being obedient. So that's important for me to have on my vision board. My
And
faith, yeah.
and when you let go, right? When you because here's the reality,
Ooh,
right?
you
When
telling the truth, girl. You
when,
sit doing something. Don't be stepping
when
on my
we
toes
hold
right now.
on, right? Because here's the thing, right? God dreams bigger than we do.
Mhm.
Mhm,
God's plan is bigger than our plan,
mhm,
right?
Yeah.
And so when we operate in fear, right, which we all have
Mm-hmm.
heard that
Mhm.
acronym, false
Yeah.
evidence appearing real or
Appear.
whatever it is,
Yes.
right?
Right. Yep. That's
But
it. That's it.
but when we operate in that space of fear and doubt and insecurity, right, and we don't remember who we were created, right, by and whose image, right, and we don't allow ourselves to just let go and let Him, because
Amen.
His dreams are bigger, His
Yep.
plan is bigger, and we
absolutely.
put Him in a box.
Mhm.
And when we put Him in a box, that means we end up in that box, because He's like, okay, you want to stay in that box? You stay right there. I'm gonna go over here with the person that's trying to get out of the box, right?
I,
And so, yeah, so that
I,
that
I,
that was good.
I'm gonna just say this real quick, and I know because we're doing the vision board, so it's about the vision board. So I ain't getting spiritual, and I get super, like Tracy, get super
That's
spiritual.
okay.
But this is what I want to say, Theo. You tapped on something. If we've been disappointed by people that's supposed to represent how God shows up,
Mm-hmm.
and now we feel like, okay, we're getting something from the Lord to do or to be or how to show up, and we cannot equate who his amazingness, we cannot equate his omnipotent to what that man or woman did that was supposed to represent
Mhm.
God in a bad way. We have to continually depend on His word, not how they showed up in our lives.
Mhm.
So I'm saying that out loud, but I'm also saying that for me because I continually have to remind myself. You may have been disappointed by people that were supposed to be versions of representing how God shows up, and they may have disappointed you. But you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say this, y'all. I'm not gonna cuss, but I'm gonna say
All right,
you're a
I'm leaving
grown,
it.
you're a grown a woman.
Okay.
Okay, you're a grown a woman. All right, we've been through enough to know who we turn to and what that person said or did, whatever, how many long ago, does not have anything to do with the fact that you have to trust in the Lord, not in man. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna drop it right there.
But the other side of it is too, right? So let's do the practical, right?
Right.
Let's take that and put it in the practical term, right? Somebody hurt you, somebody disappointed you, right? You
Mhm.
over here in your feelings and you letting that stifle you and stop you, right? And you know what that person is doing?
They life.
Living their best life.
Living their best life.
They
Yeah.
ain't
Right.
thinking about you. They ain't think back, right? But you over here moaning, groaning, plotting there, doing whatever you're doing, stuck.
Or just not doing you. You
And not
not doing.
exactly, or just not doing anything, right? Because you so intent on figuring out how you can get back at them, or worried about how they gonna get paid back, right? When they moved on.
Yeah.
Yes, that's yeah. That could be. Or you so stuck on what you thought they would. You allow what they said to mean more than you would than what it should.
And exactly, you allow them to validate who you are, forgetting that you are somebody that was created, like you are a daughter of a king,
Amen.
right?
Mhm.
And so you let somebody's words dictate who you are and what you are worthy of, right? And so that's but you know what, that I just had a conversation with I was on another podcast with one of my girls before this one, and one of the things we were talking about was emotional intelligence, right?
Right. Yeah.
And actually being self-aware, right? But also recognizing, right, how your triggers and how your triggers sometimes will play a part in how you react to people and situations.
And I think that's awesome. You're saying that, Theo, because that's something that we could put on our vision board. How to work on our. I'm gonna work on my triggers. What triggers me to stop in the middle of my progress? You
Mm-hmm.
know, I want this thing, or I want to accomplish this thing, unless I have a goal to accomplish this thing. What blocks me from doing that? You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I think that's also a cool thing to put on a vision board.
And like,
Yeah,
cause on my vision board, right in the middle, like the one that I have now, right,
yeah.
it's Habakkuk 2:2,
Okay,
right? But the other thing is there is abounding in hope, right? Like I have on here, abounding in hope, right? Nurture your body and your brain, right?
hmm,
Dream, work less, right? Stress less, right?
right.
You know, fun is on here, right? Have fun. How many of us get so caught up in the day to day, working and this, and we don't find time, we don't make time, we're not intentional about taking time to go do things that we love and like to do, right?
Right, right.
And so just giving you guys some ideas of what could actually be on your vision board. Like I have habit, travel, wellness. I don't know why I put these little flowers on here, but I'm sure at the time, at the time, these flowers meant something,
They meant something. There was
right?
a purpose behind it,
Exactly. I mean, and maybe it was just to remind myself to smell the flowers, to stop and smell the flowers.
which is something that we don't tend to do.
Mhm.
Right, right.
Then I have up here faith, amen, right? Like, and so I think, you know, if you don't hear anything else, I want you to hear from us that this is an opportunity for you to put not only on paper what your goals are, but the vision board is really for you to this is the beginning of your goals, like Regina said.
Right.
Right? Like Gina said and Regina said, this is your vision. This is what you see your life as being. This is your dreams, your hopes, your desires, right? And then you try to make it happen, right? And if you need help making it happen, you got Miss Trey Kearney, coach extraordinaire. I am also a certified life and career coach, helping women over 40 navigate the different transitions that they might end up facing in life, whether it is career transition, divorce, relationship, you know, just trying to reignite your passion and your desires, right? You got Gina over here, who is going to help you learn how to de-stress in the kitchen, right? Because for some people, cooking is relaxing, right? Because I will honestly tell you, that's one of the things on one of the things that I plan on doing this year is taking a cooking class.
Ah,
Okay.
Right? Like trying to find different things that make me be focused, right? Like putting yourself in spaces where you have to focus and not be distracted. Right?
Okay.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a cooking class. I'm gonna find me a little cooking class. But Gina, if you want to give a little cooking tutorial, right?
Oh yeah.
So, right. And then we got Miss Seasoned and Fabulous over here, Regina.
We need a retreat.
Doing some stuff. She has a retreat coming up in April, right?
Yep. In April.
And it's on a holiday. The retreat is on a holiday. It's April 28th.
Theo's birthday.
Anybody that knows me, anybody that knows me knows that
It's a holiday.
it's a holiday. I give you permission to take the day off. Now, if you can't show up at work,
and that's good that you say that too, right? Because you talk about how your birthday is a holiday, or people celebrate their birthdays all year round or all month long, whatever way they choose. Celebrate you.
exactly.
Yes.
That's part of the vision too.
I like that.
Celebrating
Celebrate you.
Yeah,
That's
celebrate you.
Listen, I'm telling you, I will tell you in a minute. People like, nope, I do not work on my birthday. People like, nope, I can't remember the last time I worked on my birthday. Right? Because it is a holiday. So I'm telling y'all, but on April 28th, more information will be coming from Regina, but she's having her first retreat. So we're looking forward to that. Right?
Oh,
She was
so-
over there cutting away her little book.
Yes, I'm putting everything in place now.
Yeah.
all right.
And we're going to see the finished product. And
Okay,
so
I
if you're just
think in
joining
April
us or you're watching this on the replay, this is the Woman to Woman show. And we're doing a little something that's a little different than we normally do. Normally we come on and we have a topic and we discuss that topic. And it really is us just having a conversation about the topic, because one thing that we are not is we're not trying to have a structured conversation. We're really just trying to be women who are friends, who are have things in common, who come together on a Monday evening to just talk about life and what's happening in life, and to help somebody else, right? If they're struggling with something or they need some tips or some ideas, we're here to do that. We are here for the Gen X category, but we welcome all. But we speak from our perspective, which is being women over the age of 50. And so if you're watching this on the replay, tonight we are having a vision board party. So we're just having conversation as if we were sitting around the table with each other, and cutting out our pictures. Some of us have magazines and kits and whatever, and others of us will have to do it later because we didn't have the supplies that we needed.
Well, let me just show you how simple it could be, because it could be as elaborate or as easy as you want it to be. So I
Mhm.
just want to show you a few things that you may already have in your house. For instance, you got maybe some paper, some
Mhm.
Xerox paper, maybe some color pens. If you want to color each of your each of your goals or things, you could do that. You could have post-its to
Mhm.
use to write a particular thought that you want to expand on. Um, what else? If you don't have that, you can have a writing pad.
Mhm.
You could use that, and you could write a couple of things, or you could bold it out and you could put it on your vision board. So oftentimes I like the kit that Sheila has, and I definitely looked it up after I saw it. I was just annoyed that it wouldn't have came in time. But but you can have that, and what I like about it is that it has everything.
Yeah.
And if you want to tag off from there, do something else, but it really comes in a complete, gives you a really great guideline, right? And it's specific to Black women, and like she said, there's several types of vision board
Mhm.
kits. That just is the one that we're working with, which I think is pretty awesome. But you can have that, but you can start from wherever you are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I want you to know, that you can start with a kit, or you can start with a legal pad, or
Yep.
some
Our
or
book.
some blank paper, a book,
Mhm.
and some pens. And listen, if you got crayons in there, you can work with the crayons or the pencils, and have fun with it.
Hello.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, don't get dismayed because you're like, oh no, I gotta get the kit that Sheila had. No, that Sheila got that because guess what? The magazines that we used to get at the newsstand aren't readily available like they used to be.
Mhm.
So we can't, we used to have fun cutting them out, cutting
Mhm.
out the things and stuff like that. But so now this is easier, right?
Right.
Compact, has everything. We don't have to do the struggle to look through the magazines and clip out stuff. So there's different ways to go about it. We're showing you one way, the way Sheila's doing it, which
Yeah.
I kind of like.
I,
But I'm just saying. But what I because it has everything. But if you're the creative, you could go to like a Michaels or Joann's and get all that nice cutie stuff to make your vision board and make it nice. The thing of it is, it's your creation.
Right.
And so don't feel no kind of way that it has to look like somebody else's, because just like you is uniquely and wonderfully made.
yeah.
So don't
Absolutely.
feel no kind of way about how it shows up. And what is on there is yours.
Yeah.
That's your vision board. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's. What's important is that what's on that vision board is something that you're going to take action to make happen.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
what's important. So whatever you use as your surface, as your canvas, you make sure that you also put down, give yourself opportunities to work on making those things come true.
And what's so crazy is, right, like I said, like I have done a book before, and so now I pulled this book out, right? And what's so crazy is at the top of this page it says is 2018 a new year, right? And this was the year, just full transparency, where I decided to, like, I was depressed, like I was walking around in a depressive state and nobody knew it, right? Like I was depressed, right? And
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
I'm looking, because when I opened the book, these are the things that I had cut out that was supposed to be in this book, but I didn't do anything, right? Because I had to go on my journey, right? My healing journey of, first of all, realizing that I needed help. And so this is pretty cool, because what I had in here was nutrition, right?
Mhm.
mental, right? Mental health, finish strong, and elevate. And so the crazy thing is, like, those four will most likely be in my 2024, because that is the space that I am in now. Like I did the work without even realizing that this is where I was positioning myself for before I went into a little bit of a hole, right? And so the other thing is, you know, without us even know, and now, like Regina said, I don't want to get too preachy, but right, I put these things in a book, right, and I went about my merry way because I was struggling with some stuff. But you know who had me?
All the time.
Come on now.
You know who had me?
Oh yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
everything that I needed, right, that I put in, like, he made it, like, this mental was real. And he led me to get the help that I needed to come out of that, right, and to continue to move forward on this journey of healing, because we're always healing from something.
Yeah. Yep.
Even to recognize that healing was my choice.
Right.
And so, you know, I'm telling you, you know, there's some power in vision boarding, but you know, there's more power, and then I'm gonna sit down. But there's more power if you like, we're believers. We're not trying to offend anybody, but we are believers. We're gonna let you know we're believers. There is more power when you trust and believe in the one who you are made by and created by.
Amen to that.
Amen to that.
All right. So y'all ready?
We are ready.
Yes.
So, and then this is to tag on a little bit to what Gina was saying too. It's like you don't have to go out and spend lots of money. Again, this was convenient, right? And it's not an end all be all, because as you'll see, there's some gaps that I want to fill in, and I'll find some things to fill in, whether I write it on a piece of paper or I see maybe a card that's laying around from an old birthday or something like that that may have a saying in it, that, or a few words that I might want to add to it, or a picture, but still keeping in the categories. Now, what I did find though is something that I already had, right? I didn't go out to buy like poster board.
Oh,
I had this from one of my prior employers, right?
oh wow.
It was like,
Nice.
well, here, why don't you do this? Because number one, it's portable, right? I can carry it around the house and stick it somewhere. I already have my push pins, right? And if I need to rearrange things, I can rearrange it, right? So, so these are the things that I took out of my vision board kit.
Wow. And that vision board kit wasn't really that expensive. Like, but still, like you said,
No,
you could find stuff in the house.
And I could have very easily like gotten a few of them, because again, things are going to change. You're going to add, you're going to take away. Some of these things I want to be able to reuse, right? So that's
what do you have? So what do you have on there? Like in the middle, what's that in the middle?
So in the middle, that's where I'm centering my spirituality, right? I need to be in the center so that I can be grounded, right? So I have to find some more things, because truth be told, this kit didn't have a lot of things about spirituality, but to me, I'm glad that they had the thing on faith.
Okay.
So my center is really about spirituality, and growth, right? And then I started the top here with motherhood, right? Because that's important. I can't forget my relationship with my child. And then I got into my health and fitness.
Okay. Nice. Oh, look at the salad.
Yep. It's eating healthy, getting some exercise in, self-care.
Okay.
Right? And then the saying is, just keep moving forward, keep pushing and striving, even when you feel like you can't, just keep going. Maya Angelou.
Nice.
I remind myself to stay hydrated,
Nice.
right? So in the center, again, talking about I will manifest, because this is the whole purpose of doing a vision board. I will
Right.
manifest, but I will also do the work.
Mm.
Hey, yes,
Yeah, nice.
yes.
Yeah.
And having faith is what's going to center all of this for me.
Absolutely. Yes.
So again, staying active, meditation, because not only is that good for you physically, for your health, but spiritually as well, right? Because your meditation is, your silent time with God as well. Your personal conversations with God.
Mm.
And at the bottom it says, as I create order in my physical space, I will also create more peace and harmony in my mind.
Yes.
Mm.
That sounds good.
So then we get over to here on this side of the board, my relationship. This is with my husband and I. A true relationship is two perfect people. A true relationship is two imperfect people refusing to give up on each other. An unknown author.
I like that.
Nice.
I like
The
that.
way we communicate with others and with ourselves ultimately determines the quality of our lives. Iyanla Vanzant. Because I want to make sure that my husband and I work on our communication at all times so that our lives together will be as perfect as it could be for us. Right? And then now this is about the health of my finances. Right?
Mm.
So multiple streams of income, wealth accumulation,
Mm.
right?
Okay.
And I didn't want to just focus on the debt part of it, because as far as I'm concerned, that comes in with all of this, right?
Right. Right.
And I am committed to creating a healthy work-life balance. So here, pay, save, and invest.
Mm.
And here, talk about financial literacy and smart spending habits. So
Nice.
vision board for 2024 start. So of course I'm going to add 2024 here,
Nice.
but at least I've got some starting ground.
That's a great
I can't wait
start.
to get my kit so I can do it. But I'm telling you right now, what's going on. My kit is something about dating. I'm like, I can't remember the last time I've been on a date. But it's exciting, and I mean we're coming. The hour went quickly, but I'm glad we got a chance to just, because that's the other thing that I think we as women don't take time to do, right? Is just sit back, and because I'm sure there were a lot of things that we could have been doing tonight, right? But to be able to take time on a Monday night to sit and talk with one another and to share and be transparent about whatever is going on and who we are, and have fun and laugh, right? And so if you have just come in, we're about to go out. but you can catch on the replay the Woman to Woman show, which airs a Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight we took a little break from having a topic, and we did have a topic.
We did have
a fun topic, and the topic we had was a vision board party, and just talked about crafting our lives one vision board at a time, right? And like Regina said, one day at a time, right? What are you able to do in 24 hours, right? Crafting your vision and your life one day at a time. And so we normally end with our last words. So I'm gonna let Sheila go. I'm gonna let Gina go, and then Regina, I'm going to ask you to tell people a little bit about your upcoming retreat.
All right. So I am going to say that start somewhere. That's it. Just start something. Grab a piece of paper, as we talked about, and stick it on the wall, someplace that you're going to see it. There you go, right? And then start to come up with your plan to work on it. And what I want to see us do at some point, and we'll figure it out, is that we're going to revisit our boards and see where we're at. When we get together, we have our monthly little meetups. We have it with Trey Carney, and who's the person responsible for putting this all together and for putting us together. And it's kind of like a touch base, and it's like, where are you at? What have you been doing since we last met? What have you accomplished that you have on your list? Use this as a checkpoint.
Yep. So in 12 weeks, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about where we're at. Did we need to tweak something? Did we need to take something off our vision board and replace it with something else? Did we get towards that goal? So I like that shit. Oh, we could do 6 months, but I kind of quarterly thing. But all right, so Gina.
Yes, it's your vision board, so don't play small. Put something on there that you want, that you super nervous about and excited about at the same time. Be bold in your vision for your life. And after you've done it, if you're a believer, then give it up to God and ask him to take it and tweak it and modify it and give it back to you.
Yes.
Okay, so she wants me to talk about the upcoming retreat, which will be it's not the holiday. It's the day before the holiday. 27th. I had the 28th in my mind. Because originally, I was going to do it for the whole weekend, but
okay. So it's the day before the holiday.
Yes, the day before.
I celebrate my birthday.
So it's a pre-holiday. It's the Saturday, the 27th. And it's going to be fun. And we're going to replenish ourselves as women. We're going to have maybe some yoga, some spoken word. I'm having the whole plan, the whole program figured out yet. But it's just different ways that we can get unstuck and just release our mind, have some fun, have some crying time, some creative time, talk as women, maybe a little wine, some little releasing, some journaling. I don't know, but it's just going to be fun. I'm going to put the whole program together, and it's for anyone 50 and over. You don't necessarily have to be 50, but that's the target. Anyone can come, any woman can come. It's going to be in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. Hopefully the weather will be decent during that time. It should be. It should be spring. It should be nice and sunny. A little sun. Not hot, but nice. And that's what we're going to do.
And so I'm gonna end by saying that Regina is seasoned and fabulous. That is her brand. Her brand is to remind us all that we are seasoned and we are fabulous, and that it's never too late. And so definitely you want to stay tuned for this retreat. It's going to be one day, but it's going to be amazing.
That's what I should say. You can follow me on
yes. Please.
Facebook at Season and Fabulous, and IG at Season and Fabulous, and TikTok Season and Fabulous. So that's where all the information will be. See, I'm forgetting those social medias.
Yes,
That's where you'll find the information.
exactly. Right,
Simple.
and
Season and Fabulous. That's it. No.
that's it. Everywhere.
But wait, hold on, Theo. Before you close out, I just want you to know that we're going to have matching pictures. I'm not ready yet, but I'm going to have my abs up there too.
Yeah.
Listen, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So thank you for joining us tonight. If you joined us, we look forward to seeing you again Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Woman to Woman show on the New You Nation Network. If you're catching this on the replay, thank you for listening. We hope you enjoy this party with us. We have fun, even if nobody else did.
That's right.
We did, right? And so thank you. We're wishing you all a fabulous 2024. Claim it. It's going to be a great year, right? Dream big, believe big, and Regina gave us our mantra for 2024.
That's
The
right.
mantra for 2024 is 24 hours.
24 hours.
24 hours.
What are we going to do in the next 24?
What are you going to do in the next 24 hours?
Yeah.
What is your intention for your 24 hours?
Mm-hmm.
So have a wonderful evening. We look forward to seeing you next week. And as we always say in closing, truth
plus
plus
transparency
equals
equals
healing.
healing.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all.